Eid Mubarak to our viewers out there, as the grace of the Almighty Allah has through the 30 days of Ramadan into the Eid festivities. The Salah celebration continued throughout the weekend. In that respect, most Sunday magazine stories tonight are related to the festive season. The acting governor, Umar Usman Kadafur, and Shehu of Borno lead good people of the state in the Salah celebration. Commissioner, Women Affairs, Zuwaira Gambo, hosts vulnerable persons in her care to a Salah party. We bring you the Salah mood in Maiduguri with fun in the air as youths enjoyed the moments to the fullest. Eid prayers and festivities from many local governments with their council's chairman leading the activities, plus key preparations prelude to the Eid. Azman Airlines resumes flight operations and other stories. I remain your regular uncle Abubakar Muhammad Musa, and this is Sunday Magazine. Compliments of the season to you once again. Now to our curtain raiser. It was peaceful Eid prayers throughout Borno after the 1 month of Ramadan fasting, as Muslims cheerfully make it to Eid grounds to be part of the 2 Rakat prayer. Muhammad Goni has a package on this year's Eid prayer at the Ramat Square and events that followed at the Government House, Maiduguri.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
The 2 Rakat prayer at the main Eid ground in Maiduguri was led by the Imam Ideni of Borno, Muhammad Ibn Shatima Saleh, attended by the Borno State Acting Governor, Umar Usman Kadafur, Shehu Borno, Abubakar Ibn Umar Garba El Kanemi, as well as former Governor Kashim Shatima, members of national and state assemblies, members of the State Executive Council, as well as top government functionaries and politicians, among others. In a sermon, Imam Muhammad Ibn Shatima Saleh urged Muslim people to put to practice all the lessons learned in the holy month, such as love, care, piety, and benevolence, among others. He equally enjoined faithful to fast 6 days in Shawwal, quoting prophetic tradition that whosoever fasts during Ramadan and follow it up with 6 days fast in Shawwal, it is as though he has fasted the whole year. The congregation prayed Allah to restore peace to Borno and the whole country. Meanwhile, Borno State Acting Governor Umar Usman Kadafur, in a Salah message, thanked the people of Borno for their continued prayer and support to the present administration and urged them to maintain the tempo.
I also want to use this Salah greetings to reassure the Borno State populace and this administration stand committed to ensure that it provides security to the people of Borno State.
The acting governor said Governor Bagana Umara's commitment to security and welfare of the citizenry will continue to be sustained. Shehu Borno Alhaji Abubakar Ibn Umar Garba El Kanemi has called on all Nigerians to inspire prayer to end terrorism and other forms of criminalities in the country. The royal father made the call when he paid Salah visit to the Borno State Acting Governor Umar Usman Kadafur at the Government House, Maiduguri. Shehu Abubakar Ibn Umar Garba El Kanemi expressed concern over the rising security challenges in the including resurgence of terror attacks on some parts of the northeast, as well as banditry, kidnapping, and other forms of criminalities, emphasizing the need for constant prayers to end the threat.
So the only permanent solution to this problem is for all of us to pray to Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to save us from this problem.
The royal father also called on all to cooperate with the security operatives by exposing criminal elements in the society, and further use the opportunity to pray for the safe return of Governor Zulum and other pilgrims from Lesser Hajj. Acting Governor Umar Usman Kadafur thanked the Shehu for the Salah visit and urged all to respond to the clarion call for intensification of prayers to end the security challenges.
But we dwell in prayers, inshallah, our prayers will be answered, and the longing peace that we have been wanting in this state will be restored back, inshallah.
While noting the continued support of the traditional institution to the present administration, the acting governor assured support to the traditional leaders in the state and further expressed commitment to providing the basic needs of the citizenry. He used the visit to ask the people of Borno to exercise patience as government is doing everything possible to restore power supply to the state. As part of activities to mark the Eid al-Fitr celebration, Acting Governor Umar Usman Kadafur treated members of the State Executive Council, aides, security chiefs, and top government functionaries to a lunch. The acting governor appreciated members of the State Executive Council for their support to him and prayed that Lord Almighty will see them through. He equally lauded efforts of the security personnel in the state towards restoration of normalcy and prayed for safe return of Governor Zulum from the Lesser Hajj. Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Barrister Kakasha Ulawan and the Special Advisor Gado Ali Mongunu appreciated the acting governor for carrying everyone along, assuring to give him all the necessary support to enable him carry out his responsibilities.
Despite daunting challenges, this year's Eid al-Fitr celebrations were great. And still on the matter, the Eid al-Fitr Salah celebration in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, has changed the outlook of the city overwhelmingly, with multitude attires in distinct and colorful, good-looking new clothes to the admiration of all. Umoru Yakubu Kirawa, tell us more about the breathtaking, peaceful, and enticing seasonal celebration for 2021.
Expectedly, this year's Eid al-Fitr Salah celebration was observed under a peaceful atmosphere in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Multitude of celebrating Muslims could not hide their overwhelming joy for witnessing the religious obligation after a month of fasting in the month of Ramadan.
Gaskiya ana cin abinci, an ci abinci, Obama.
Ngumuri ya karu kujin zufa yana alabare ka warab su taida ya karu kujin zufa yana ngo pili chorero ishena ngo ya lilo yayen kuji fayen zalla men kuji fayen kuna ifanye na
hankalinmu ba a jikin me yake ba amma yanzu alhamdulillah mun ci abinci shinkafa da miya da kaza
ga Allah da ya kawo mu wannan lokacin saboda mun ji daɗi mun yi murna mun yi farin ciki saboda wannan abin alfahari ne a tare da mu musulmai.
Wasu za su taso daga idi takalma su tsinke bayan mun je mun dawo shine muka yi ga kayan aiki saboda mu taimaka jama'a.
An yi abun amma ba kamar yadda ake so ba amma alhamdulillah an yi lafiya an gama lafiya shi ma nasara ne.
Ku yi tara ma bayana gulera. A dai ku yi tuna dole alhamdulillah da ala raskire na ala andero waltu sira lai ishin da ila kalan zai sha da awoye ya.
Wancan a lockdown ne ba mu sai mutum bai sake yayi abu nan ba kuɗi lokacin amma kaga a wannan hanya an sake ba komai ba wani problem na wannan am kudin mu an fi samun shi a wannan lokaci.
Kasuwan jiya din ba za a hada da na yau ba akwai difference.
Gate ya kai guda 4 a filin nan amma da daya ake amfani sakamakon abu da gate ko 5 haka yan anguwan su shiga nan su shiga amma da daya ake amfani kaga hakan duk ya janyo an ji su ciwo a gari ga sunan dai.
A drive within the metropolis shows large number of people attired in good-looking festive dresses, adding color to the Eid al-Fitr Salah celebration, while others were busy having fun with friends amidst the celebration.
Eto ba mu da aure amma kuma mun yi a bayan hakan mai bi zai jawo hankalin yan matan har su kawo ra'ayin ai magana aure.
Shi a bayan ra'ayi ne saboda mun ga mu ma manya suna sa a Saudiya ma ana sa to alhamdulillah mu dai mun sa ba don komi ba mun sa saboda farin cikin sallah. Ni ba saurayi bane siya mun mijina da ya siya mun.
I will not talk too much about abaya because I did not partake in the changing matter because
Children were rushing to purchase edible items within the nooks and crannies of recreational areas within the state. NTA News camera lens captured some people eating and exchanging pleasantries with friends and loved ones in addition to others going about their normal business activities.
Mun yi aiki da lafiya mun gama lafiya an yi sallah lafiya ga yana maro ta kamo abinci na sallah.
Mun zo murnan sallah ne. Mun zo ga farin ciki nuna farin ciki kuma.
Gumuri ko tsoro kare kaje ku yi ta dan yagar kana.
Allah ya da ibadan da muka yi kuma mun yi roƙon Allah sosai Allah zai ba mu zaman lafiya.
Kamata gwamnati a ce irin wannan ranar gwamnati da mutane masu hannu da shuni su dan taimakawa wato marasa karfi.
The government should try to bring also our electricity back because we have faced a lot of challenges during the Ramadan period.
Takabbala wa minna wa minkum. Apima ogule gulte bawo. Kriwa sele idi sarinyena. Kamande dai ala awdoi. Ibadar dina so tumuna sidu. Kuru kamande ala andoro sabare kriwa sele nilewala herin ala andoro pleze. Dai ala lerin dero nilewa chi ala brander nilewa chi.
The reflection of this
this year's Eid al-Fitr Salah celebration in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, signals hope and confidence in the restoration of peace and development in the polity. Eid Mubarak. In Maiduguri, Yakubu Kirawa, NTA News.
Eid Mubarak to you too, Kirawa. And Sunday Magazine is equally happy that the Eid al-Fitr celebration has come and gone successfully. And still on the issue, Eid al-Fitr celebration is usually characterized by a series of action-packed events such as wining and dining, visitation to recreational centers, as well as hanging out with friends and well-wishers. Sunday Magazine captured some side attractions at the Sandai Karimi Park, Maiduguri, in commemoration of this year's Eid al-Fitr celebration. That was the mood at the Sandai Karimi Park, Maiduguri, last Friday, as fun seekers from far and near kept trooping in to enjoy themselves towards marking this year's Eid al-Fitr celebration. The road was virtually taken over by fun seekers and hawkers of edible items. Some came individually, while others in groups with their best attires in order to be part of history.
It was really fun. And it was really interesting. I really enjoyed myself here. And I hope many people can come to enjoy themselves. Happy Salah to everyone.
Wannan rana dai muna godiya da wannan rana da Allah ya nuna mana. Muna roƙon Allah ya kara nuna mana wannan rana. Mun gode sosai abokanina kuma na gode muku da muka zo muka ziyarci zuwa nan wajen mun ga abubuwan bude ido mun ji daɗi kuma.
Akwai nishaɗi saboda akwai walwala. Na zo na yi rawa saboda ci gasa da abin da ake yi saboda ni ma an zama ƙwararriya.
Na zo jin daɗi ne, na zo kallon kayan dabbobi ne. Kuma ina jin daɗi gaskiya kam kare da gaske. Allah kara maimaita mana wani shekara.
This year's Salah celebration can best be described as spectacular, as horse and camel riding featured, with the organizer Mustafa Ali Abadam assuring to sustain the development.
Alhamdulillah kai. Ina ga an jima ba haura kuri ba shi yasa yanzu muna da kwasomi a kasa har suna damun mu ban ma samu hutu ma muna da su yanzu sosai a kasa misali karfe 11 muka fara na rana tubarakallah yanzu aka atili so far so good yanzu mun samu sama da naira 5,000 an sayo wannan rakumin tun daga kasan Nijar ne musamman an sayo very good an sayo ne da animal right kowa yana da hurumi kowa yana da dama wanda zai zo zai shiga zoo recreational center ne dole kowa zai hau.
Despite the mammoth crowd at the park, the celebration was relatively peaceful, with the management and security personnel fully on ground to ensure maintenance of law and order.
It's very peaceful. The turnout is very good now, as of now. I am happy to say that His Excellency has even supplied some wild animals so that people should please patronize it, should come. Still, some are yet to be brought, but in 2 weeks' time, there are a lot of animals to be brought here.
According to the children, the best place to catch fun in Maiduguri is the Sandai Karimi Park, hence making it a routine to be here during festivities like Eid al-Fitr.
Na ji daɗi sosai gaskiya ba laifi. Allah maimaita mana ne shekara mai zuwa. Allah sa muna cikin masu rai.
Mun zo nan ne don mu nuna murna. Alhamdulillah mun gode Allah, Allah ya sa mun azumi lafiya. Yanzu lokacin sallah ne. Mun zo ne da iyalai mu zo mu sake kuma yi wa Allah godiya.
An sha ruwa lafiya ba wani hayaniya ba komai. Kowa an futa gashi an shigo cikin zoo mata da samari duk suna huta.
Muna farin ciki da wannan ranar dai kuma gashi ranar ne a da mana rana a cikin mesa. Muna godiya da wannan rana. Mun gode wa Allah da.
Sunday Magazine has observed that the Sandai Karimi Park will no doubt look more attractive and boost revenue generation of the state if given a facelift, as well as restocking with different species of animals. I'm sure the fun seekers are wishing that the celebration galore will continue non-stop. Anyway, tomorrow, they say, is another day. Besides, the Eid al-Kabir celebration is just few months away. Now, fasting the long hours of day for the entire month is not only rewarded by Allah, but also an accomplishment to be celebrated. It is against this backdrop that the Commissioner of Women Affairs and Social Development, Zuwaira Gambo, gathered and celebrated with the vulnerable people under her care. Pauline Kujevana was at the rehabilitation center to catch the happy moment.
Happiness lies in the little thing you do for mankind, as translated during the Salah Fund Fair organized for vulnerable people under the custody of Ministry for Women Affairs and Social Development.
Allah ka shirya mana su baki daya duk wanda ya bar hanya Allah ka dawo da shi kan hanya wanda yake kan hanya Allah ka daidaita shi a hanyar Muhammadu Rasulullahi sallallahu alaihi wasallam tariqatul Islam tariqatul Muhammadu Rasulullahi sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
These special people were filled with fun and excitement, wearing new looks and clothes for the festivities.
An yi biki lafiya, an yi sallah lafiya, na gode Allah. Ko yanzu aka rage gidanmu za mu cashe ko ba za mu gaji ba, mun taya mamanmu kuma mun taya wa al'ummarmu ne farin ciki.
Na gode mata Allah ya saka mata.
Guri ku da zana ku manan guri da zana da ina da ma yo jaman nan disa ma gode no.
Mashallah tabarakallah gumna da kalande na wazana andera wazana fatar kije. Na son awu ya ni gal awu silan kura kutu satandai. Commissioner da kalande mashallah tabarakallah.
Mun gode a uwar marayu wato commissioner mu. Mun gode mata da ita da mai girma gwamnan Borno. Muna gode masa da abin da ya muna yasa aka tara marayu.
The vulnerable received generous gifts of food, children accessories, in addition to cash spray and 100,000 naira from the Commissioner of Animal Resources and Fisheries Development, Comrade Juliana Bitrus, where her counterpart from Women Affairs, Zuwaira Gambo, thanked her on behalf of the people.
These vulnerable members of the society deserve to be given attention, and on the directive of His Excellency the Governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, we decided to bring the children together and share the joy, the message of love, of peace, of looking out for each other. The time I have shared with these children today have further developed my desire to continue to support people that are less privileged. And it has also strengthened my faith and my gratitude to Almighty Allah for giving me the opportunity to be who I am today. It's not as if we gave them anything special, but sharing the moment with them, quality time, showing love and concern without any discrimination has brought a new vista of life to them, and we're grateful to God and to His Excellency the Governor.
When you are among the vulnerables and you see their situations, you always remember and give thanks to God. I've come to join my sister Honorable Commissioner Women Affairs together with the vulnerables to share with them the little that God has given us, and also to share with their parents. Some of them might not understand the situation they are in, but we feel it. And we want to thank this government, most especially the Executive Governor of Borno State, who has also identified himself with the masses, the poor, the have-nots, and those that have. And that's why we are following his footsteps. And I also want to commend the Honorable Commissioner Women Affairs. And it's good that we place ourselves in their own condition.
I celebrate the Salah with them, and I wish them all the best. To the Honorable Commissioner and the Governor who said this should be done, may the Lord bless them. And you can see her sister Commissioner was here to celebrate. May God continue to bless them and open doors for them. They are example to others so that the others will emulate what they have just done.
After a sumptuous meal and drinks, what will you do at a party? It was indeed a great time for everyone showcasing their dancing steps.
the traumatized and vulnerable people are feeling home away from home, having given a sense of belonging by the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development.
Of course, Pauline, a standing ovation to the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Development, Zuwaira Gambo, for giving the vulnerable persons under her care a sense of belonging in the spirit of Eid al-Fitr. We also say kudos to the Commissioner for Animal and Fisheries Development, Comrade Juliana Bitrus, for the support she gave there. Ahead of Eid al-Fitr preparations, Chairman Maiduguri Local Government Council, Dr. Alilawan Yaumi, has presented Salah gifts to security personnel in the area, working hard to ensure safety of the people. Dr. Yaumi, other council members and stakeholders of Maiduguri had attended the 2-Rakat Eid prayer, where he enjoined the people to continue with their good deeds to attract Allah's bounties. Iyamaji packaged this all for Sunday magazine.
While presenting the Salah gifts of cows, bags of rice and a token amount to the security operatives, the council chairman, Dr. Alilawan Yaumi, said the council deemed it necessary to boost their morale and give a sense of belonging to the security operatives of the area, whom he described as committed and dedicated personnel that are always protecting the lives and properties of the people of Maiduguri. Dr. Yaumi equally called on the people of Maiduguri to use this holy Salah period to pray for the overall prosperity of the area and promise to do more for the betterment of the area.
We wish to compliment the efforts you people are doing, and we sincerely appreciate. We cannot pay you much, but the spirit behind the Salah celebration and the spirit behind the efforts you have been making. You know, you live your family, you are not with your family, you know how you are going to feel with your men, and we feel let's come together and celebrate together with you. And hopefully it will go a long way, the military formation here in Maiduguri. So as I have said, on behalf of my council, my humble self, my council in general, we sincerely appreciate. Inshallah, we facilitate your people. Allah ya sa ci lafiya. Allah ya sanya albarka. Allah ya sa ci lafiya. Muna godiya.
After receiving the items, in charge of Maiduguri Army Base, Lieutenant Ibrahim Bunu acknowledged the chairman's effort in discharging his responsibilities, adding that with the collective effort of civilians and the military, peace will be sustained and assures to live up to the people's expectation in safeguarding the area.
Thank the council because it will go a long way, as the chairman earlier said, to help the Salah Ramadan. I want to thank you all for everything you have done. Thank you.
Ibrahim Bunu further called on the people of the area to intensify prayer for peace to reign in the area, state and the country at large. Similarly, Dr. Alilawan Yaumi had also presented same Salah gift to the security operatives of Gajigana, where the army in charge of the area, Major Abdul Kadir, appreciated the chairman and assured of their support in keeping the area safe at all times. Meanwhile, the council chairman, Dr. Alilawan Yaumi, Secretary Alilawan Kari, Party Chairman Kaka Muhammad, and Party Secretary Ibrahim Bukar attended the 2-Rakat Eid prayer in Maiduguri.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
In his sermon after the prayer, Imam Gwani Abba Gwani Sulu dwelled extensively on saying that Zakat al-Fitr will be given to less privileged members of the society before coming to the Eid ground. He called on Muslims to continue with their good deeds inside the end of Ramadan fast to attract more reward from Allah. Imam Gwani prayed for total restoration of peace in the state and the country in general, urging the people of the area not to learn in praying for peace. In his Salah message, Chairman of the Council, Dr. Alilawan Yaumi, enjoined Islamic scholars and people of the area to intensify prayer for peace, saying everything will be stable.
May Allah accept all our deeds as an act of ibadah in this holy month of Ramadan. As you can see, the crowd has been gathered here to pray the Eid ground here in Maiduguri town. Alhamdulillah. All praise are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for doing all his favors on us. My Ramadan message to the good people of Maiduguri is to always include our leaders, most especially His Excellency. Secondly, we are urging for their support. We have done our best in restoring civil authority in the local government council, and inshallah the local government council will do everything possible to support each and everybody, including the ulamas, in intensifying with prayers for a lasting peace in the local government council.
Dr. Yami appreciated Governor Babagana Amara Zulum's effort in restoring peace in the state and return of IDPs to their ancestral homes. He then charged the youth to desist from acts that will tarnish their image.
Da ande jama mamre alangoroda so saptew lardin dia mayandaro alangodonye. Shi lardin rumari mai dingala zikan jamari tala embero walja lardin bangalazana.
Sunday Magzen is praising the chairman of Magumeri Local Government Council, Dr. Alilon Yaomi, for always standing by his people through thick and thin. Well done. Let's now take you to the northern part of Borno for this year's Eid prayer. This year's Eid al-Fitr was conducted under a peaceful atmosphere in Gubio local government. The acting chairman of the council, Mali Bulamo Mali Gubio, other council members and stakeholders were in attendance. Here again is Iyamaji with that.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
After the 2 Raka prayer led by Imam Idain, Baba Al-Hajj Ibrahim in his sermon called on all Muslim Ummah to pray for peace in the area, state and the nation at large, charging them to continue extending the good deed observed during the Ramadan fast. The acting chairman of Gubio Local Government Council, Mali Bulama Mali Gubio, thanks Almighty Allah for witnessing this year Eid Salah successful and expressed the council's readiness in providing basic social amenities to the people of the area. Mali Bulama Mali Gubio urged the people to support the policies and programs of government to get more evidence of democracy. The acting chairman called on stakeholders to unite and pray for restoration of peace to reign in the area. After the Eid prayer, the acting chairman visited military base in Gubio, where he appreciated the effort of the soldiers in safeguarding the lives and properties of the people of Gubio and presented salah, assorted drinks as well as food items to boost their morale, assuring the council's support.
We are here in your base to commend the effort of your personality and your men, the brave lieutenants behind your action, and your bravest men on ground. We'll pray the Almighty God to continue to strengthen and keep more effort in order to battle the very total insecurity at our point. We say thank you. The council hereby present these very food and the little drinks of takak for our men to celebrate their Eid prayers. Thank you very, very much.
Commander in charge of 149 Battalion Gubio thanked the chairman and assured cooperation between the military and the people of Gubio at all times.
On behalf of soldiers of 149 Battalion Gubio and my humble self to appreciate your token and efforts for the beautiful, wonderful gift you presented to us. I say may God bless you and whatsoever you've taken to give to us, may you replenish it back in millionfold.
Mali Bulang Mali Gubio also inspected some educational materials allocated to the local government. In a related development, the acting chairman of Gubio local government, Mali Bulang Mali, and his entourage paid salah homage to the commissioner of Reconstruction, Rehabilitation and Resettlement, Engineer Mustafa Gubio, at his residence in Maiduguri, where the chairman reassured his commitment in discharging his responsibilities and appealed to the people of Gubio to pray for the success of the area.
Guluma ide ikaro la tarbalan dia na gare dia ne bulan derin tushe yindin kala tarban dike mai mamu awade kina san masu kala kuta ambulani goro kunja ambulani wa mu ko ta ambulani anan goro za sama ba kamar hafsun da wasu waza na sama sai ambulani sama san gairi ma ana karo wakilci da da kamar jama'a buye na karo insha Allah sai ta kira ina ana ina tarci dai ne gawo gwamna ya taye ne a wurin gwamna ya sirana je wazana ma kudiya insha Allah jiliro wala ne ai a wurin zai wazana ma an biye sadin bawo ku wasoro a da gawo gwamna tare ku yaro ba da gawo zan tare insha Allah Allah ya sunna ma kutuwa da kotuna ne yo hafti ne Allah ya sunna ma fara dai ne le fa ai ku ji ne robote kala kala kira ma zana kana ne so kala kira sai da zama zana kira ne kira ti ma da rahmar ba.
Thank God, the 2021 Eid al-Fitr congregational prayer went well in Gubbio, northern Borno. The 2 Rakat Eid al-Fitr congregational prayer marking the end of this year's Ramadan fast was held peacefully in Damasak, the headquarters of Mobar local government area, as normalcy returns to the community. People of Abadam and Mobar Council areas joined up to perform the prayers. Here are more details of the story. The Eid prayer was led by Imam Ideni of Damasak, Imam Goni Koru, who in his sermon enjoined Muslims to extend the Ramadan deeds to other months of the year and called on the people to repent while supporting government with prayers for an end to the insurgency. In a Salah message to the people, the chairman of Abadam local government, Modu Aisami Jabulam, enjoined them to be patient, remain united and obey constituted authorities. The chairman congratulated the Muslim Ummah for successful completion of this year's Ramadan fast and stressed the need for intensification of prayers for peace, unity and tranquility in the state and the country as a whole.
Apima ala e kawsi ndo kame ko chinaba nduzuri ya bana alma kumande lantuma ai ana karizi ala e rogoyo nado wayro kanade yiro dai ala ngoro nder wonde konyende malama hollo kolu yamba ngawa mango jana gana ba kuraba loktum sala uwo son kumande longorotimi.
On his part, the chairman of Mobar, Baobunu Kolo, implored the people to be security conscious and report suspicious persons or objects to security agents. He informed the people that about 20 trucks loaded with food items for distribution to the 2 local governments of Abadam and Mobar, provided by donor agencies, are on their way to Damasak town.
Kindaram lerradi alan awuno yende ba lena andia chairman Abadam ya secretary andia kilte aw dunon de lerradi futu kumbu bare kumbu manye kumbu moto pindi mayana ala sana soro kawndi ade manishin.
Also speaking, Secretary of Abadam, Engineer Abubakar Aji, enjoined the people to be patient and supportive to the Governor Umar Zulum's administration, which is committed to restore the lost glory of Borno as home of peace and hospitality. Present at the Eid ground include stakeholders of the 2 local governments, principal officers and councillors, among others. Earlier, Chairman of Abadam, Modu Aisami Jabulam, has presented 3 bowls to IDPs to celebrate the Eid al-Fitr and implored the distribution committee to ensure that everyone has gotten from the meat.
Awachiluwar hakkin doye hakki gwamnati yenyero yoye zari yegi liwi yegi ayegi aw gwamnati de wasakana madiko.
The chairman urged the IDPs to use the festive period and pray for restoration of peace to the state, stressing that without peace there will be no meaningful development. On his part, Secretary of Abadam, Engineer Abubakar Aji, reiterated call for continuous prayers for restoration of peace and victory to security operatives and the ongoing fight against insurgents.
Ntuya martono sarando loktu warsa salinu salamuya soro fati andoedro ala lernde ala nelewa to suduro martono ntuya ala koro.
Speaking on behalf of the displaced persons, the camp chairman Alhaji Wali and Malam Shatima praised government at all levels for the concern and assured their support through prayers.
Gwamnati Borno ya sai chairman duksor askrena wala kuru arusuna nangaro wala yendia kolzaye
wande awdo gana sanna made wande runiyende ahono sai guljana kamdo gana ruina mar bada inono wande yare na kadin zai saya babu wono.
While at Mogolis IDP's camp, the chairman of Abadam, represented by the vice chairman Abacha Modu, presented 2 bulls for Salah celebration to the people of Abadam taking refuge at the camp. The vice chairman urged the IDPs to be patient with the little support from the council, saying it is not the quality that matters, but the spirit behind it. The council has also received drugs from the state government, where the primary healthcare coordinator, Arzuka Alhaji Isa, collected them on behalf of the local government. Secretary of Mobar, Mama Aji, appreciated government for the concern to the plight of the common man, saying the drugs provided will go a long way in addressing healthcare problems of the area. Congratulations to the inhabitants of Abadam and Mobar for peaceful Eid al-Fitr celebrations this year. And from northern Borno, we shall now bring you back to Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Prelude to the Eid al-Fitr festivities was the unusual seasonal rush to buy chicken, the favorite meat for the celebration, a source of short-term quick cash for youth engaged in the dressing. Let's now follow Dennis Kefas Dibal to chicken sales and dressing areas that sprang up all over Maiduguri metropolis ahead of the Salah, although the prices of the poultry products went up at the peak of purchases.
Eid al-Fitr celebration is among other festive periods that require preparations and usually involves buying of essential commodity, among which include chicken to make the day a colorful delight and memorable one. NTA News Market Survey shows that chicken business is thriving, as big chicken, which is normally sold at 3,500 naira, is now sold at 4,500 naira to 5,000 naira each, while small chicken sold at 1,200 naira now goes for 1,500 naira each. Dressing of chicken, which costs 50 naira, now costs 100 naira per chicken due to its high demand and sales within and outside the metropolis.
Kaza in ka maida watanni uku baya ko zuwa watanni hudu baya ba su kai haka tsada ba, saboda lokacin abincin ba dan kara musu kudi ba, amma kaga zuwa yanzu mu sayi buhun abinci naira 7,000, kuma muna gyara nan dan alhamdulillah dai muna dan samu dai alhamdulillah, kuma dukkan wani yaro daga gani nan wajen a wuni dai muna dashi yana dan samun biyar nasa goman sa ana dan samu alhamdulillah.
A baya da wancan shekarar da wannan shekarar kaza an samu bambancin saya da sayarwa, saboda yanzu abincin kazar yayi tsada gaskiya. Dangantaka na da customer alhamdulillah, dai ina dauriya suna iya siya, saboda duk da mai sayan 10 zai iya sayan 5, mai sayan 20 zai iya sayan 10 ko 15, yana daga karfin sayan ne.
As the Salah celebration is in top gear, some buyers say the price of chicken has risen and expensive as others go for other alternatives because of its high cost.
Kwanciyar hankali dai shine na farko, na biyu kuma yanayin farashin, kuma gaskiya alhamdulillah mun ga mutane suna dan kokari dai, wanda yake kokarin siyan 10 da yanzu yana kokarin siyan 7, 8, duk da dai ma an dan biya salary. Kasan economy garin nan salary ne yawanci, saboda yanayin halin da ake ciki babu kudi a hannun jama'a gaskiya.
Kaza ya yi tsada sosai, da abu zan mu siya 2,500 yau 2,500, abun ya fi kalmin mutum. Karami 2,500, manya 4,500 kaza daya.
Kasuwan kaji bana gaskiya alhamdulillah, saboda mun gani jama'a da yawa sun zo sun siya, saboda ana farin cikin gobe sallah, kuma an yi azumin nan lafiya cikin Borno Maiduguri ko ina alhamdulillah, kowa yana yabawa, saboda muna addu'a Allah ya bamu zaman lafiya a kasar mu na Borno har kasar Najeriya gaba daya.
Na zaga yawanci wajen masu nama ban samu nama ba, sai a nan zo samu nama. Kamar naman yau yana dan ba da wahala, ba kamar kaza ba. Naman yana da amfani, kaga yanzu kamar kaza musamman agric, shi ma wannan karon ya dan yi tsada. Kaga wannan kudin shi bai kai sayan nama ba, sayan kaza ba, zai zo saye wannan naman kenan.
Matsayin sayan kazi ba, sai zai lallaba ya ce zai samu nama kaɗan yi siya, ya je lallaba ya siya ya yi wa gidansa cefane sauransu da wasu, wanda karfi shi da bai kai sayan gajin ba. Alhamdulillah muna lallaba, ana ta kokari, ana zuwa na siya.
Major market experienced crowds of people trooping in for last-minute shopping.
We're indeed happy to hear that the wisest youths have made the best use of the Eid al-Fitr celebration to get money. Festivities like the Eid al-Fitr in a place like Borno will be incomplete without assorted snacks normally purchased and shared among family, friends, and well-wishers. In this special report, Iyamaji will now tell us more about the value, uses, and types of snacks that formed an important part of the festivities for Sunday magazine.
A snack is a small portion of food generally eaten between meals. Snacks come in a variety of forms, designs, shapes and sizes, and types including packaged snacks foods and other processed food to be portable, quick and satisfying, as well as items made from fresh ingredients at home. Festivities such as Salah, wedding, naming ceremony, Christmas, parties, walima, and entertainment of guests may be incomplete without snacks, which has become part of the tradition of the people of Borno. In Borno State, there are many types of snacks. They include cake, donut, cookies, kreba, bakilawa, garabia, dubula, and alkaki, among others. Some buyers said they usually buy snacks for occasions as well as home use and even travel out with it to some part of the country, stressing only portable, but a quick meal and satisfying.
Wannan oda ne sister na ta yi daga Abuja saboda ta yi celebrating sallah da shi. Tun last year ta fara sayan kayan a wajenta due to wasu customomin ta da take saya wajen su da ba su iya yin abin mai kyau ba. Gaskiya kasuwan this year ya fi na last year saboda yanzu I see a lot of customers a cikin wajen su ba kaman last year da na zo na gani ba.
Sellers on the other hand describe snacks business as an opportunity to become self-reliant toward catering for the family and call on youth as well as other unemployed persons to engage in business no matter how small it is.
This type of business is a very good business. Sannan mutane da yawa suna business, mutane da yawa suna karuwa. Bila adadi wasu sun yi aure, wasu kuma har yanzu ana tare da su 'yan makaranta, wasu da shi suke samu su ci abinci a biya kuɗin makaranta, rufin asiri da yawa. Akwai challenges gaskiya, misali kamar su lokutan zafi, lokacin recent misali ma is lokacin COVID-19 ɗin nan, abubuwa sun yi wahala. Advice ɗin da zan ba su masu irin rufin asirin nan is su taimaka ma youth, because in akwai business mutane youth ba za su zama suna sata ana shaye-shaye, yana rage zaman banza sosai, kuma haka suna giving back to society. Za su taimaka ma yara, za a shiga makaranta, masu aure za su yi aure da yawa da zai taimaki rayuwa sosai. So inda halin za su taimaka in it is a very good idea a taimaka don gaskiya zai rage zaman banza.
Business wannan yana taimako na sosai a rayuwa na, ina gyara future na sosai, inda shi na samu na yi kokari har na gama makaranta na. Kuma akwai wanda a cikinmu sun yi aure su ma sun ji daɗin abin haka, wanda ko yanzu hakan an ce musu su za su zo su ƙara samu su yi kokari su yi haka. Matasa su nema aiki, kar a zauna zaman banza yanzu bai da kyau a Maiduguri, bantana yana kawo ɓatanci da yawa. In ka zauna banza baka san me za ka yi, da ka ce da ka yi sata ma wani time. Gaskiya ya kamata a yi kokari a tashi a nema aiki, a nema sana'a ko ya yake.
To yana da kyau, sana'an nan mutum ya zauna ba sana'a ba zai yi ba. Ya kamata kowa ya zo ya nema sana'an da zai yi, ba lalle sai wannan ba. Wanda wannan ma akwai sana'o'i da yawa da za ka yi ka rufa kanka asiri, ba sai ka je gurin wani ka tambaya ba. So sai mutum yana sana'a zai rufa kansa asiri. Ya kamata kowa ya tashi ya nema nashi. A cikas ina saka akwai yanayin tsadan kayan nan. Su masu siya suna ganin kamar ta wajenmu ne. Mu kuwa muka je siyan kaya yanayin tsadansa, cikas ɗinsa matsalarsa ta siyan tsada shine wallahi duk matsalarsa da mu kanmu ma muka yi ga tsadansa ba ma jin daɗinsa akan mu tsawwala mutane kaya.
Sunday magazine captured many people trooping in to collect snacks they have booked ahead of Salah celebration.
Who else will have done justice to that story than Sunday Magazine's Iya Maji? She's truly a freak for snacks. Thanks for that, Iya. The need for inclusion of representative of convocation and the University of Maiduguri Council has been identified as a positive step that will accelerate growth and development of the institution. Mairo Bunu Lawan, who is an alumni of the university and founder Kumbal Support Initiative, stated this while submitting her personal memorandum to the Presidential Visitation Panel to the University of Maiduguri. Jadwa John Jesney, it's your turn tonight.
The submission of Memoranda of Advocacy for inclusion of members of convocation in the next university's governing council by Mairo Bunu Lawan alongside other members was in consideration of the statutory body's willingness to add great value to the growth and development of UNIMAID. Mairo Bunu Lawan said the non-inclusion of representative of convocation as witnessed in the 2 previous governing councils will not be tolerated.
We are here to present a memo on the issue of council membership convocation representation. Our 2 councils in the past, we didn't have representative. And the whole essence of the university is to produce graduates. And if graduates are being produced, obviously they should have a voice in a school that has made them. And that is why today we are submitting a memorandum to the committee panel soliciting for representation on the council for the convocation membership. On this note, I hereby present the memo. These are hard copies, duly signed, and then this is the soft copy. My name is Maiduguri Channel, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Water Resources, as well as the founder and chief executive of Indian Support Initiative. So we hope that our voice will be heard to participate in the council.
She said insecurity will not be used as an excuse not to hold elections as there is relative peace enjoyed in the region.
As alumni, the university is saddled with the responsibility of graduating students. And after graduation, obviously, those graduates should have a say in the university. And that is why we are looking for representation. We want a voice on the council, that is membership, to represent us in the council and then be able to contribute and assist in the governing council of the University of Maiduguri.
Receiving the memo, Ebenezer Ajuola Felix, who stood in for Secretary of the Presidential Visitation Panel, lauded Maiduguri Lawan for her sense of patriotism and assured that the memo, along with others, will be given due consideration.
One thing I can assure you is that the message received by them and this of copy I will send straight to the email. Or have you sent it already? Okay. Today they will receive. They will not receive. I'll send it to them by email. And this one, of course, as you can see, others are brought. Individuals are also free to make submissions. These are individual submissions. They are not corporate submissions. Yours is a corporate. There are people who can decide to write on it. We also receive it. So on this one, I really appreciate all the team leader, all gentlemen and women who accompany you for the and I pray that certainly there will be something out of this.
Sunday Magazine is saying good luck to Maiduguri Lawan on that development as well as other endeavors. Now, one of the leading airlines in the aviation industry in Nigeria, Azman Air, has bounced back with greater improvement in service delivery after a few months break in operations to streamline activities. This return of Azman, comfortable and reliable commercial passenger domestic aircrafts, followed an understanding with the regulatory organization, the NCAA. Umaru Yakubu Kirawa was at the Maiduguri International Airport to tell us more about the development.
Following the recent Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority declaration of confidence and satisfaction with the tremendous services rendered by Azman Airline, the organization is stepping up to its mandate of providing seamless air service delivery within and outside the country through professionalism in the discharge of its core mandate. Some passengers expressed delight and a sigh of relief for the commencement of the airline's operation in Maiduguri and nationwide.
Azman is one of the leading lights in the aviation industry
in the country. It gladdens our heart that he's back to business, and it's our fervent prayer and hope that a much more re-energized and repositioned Azman will serve humanity much better than ever before.
I have confidence with them. Shi yasa yawanci tafiya ta da su nake tafiya. Kwana biyu da ba sa nan din gaskiya ban ji daɗi ba. Amma yanzu sun dawo din za mu koma normal insha Allah tare da su.
At the time, we don't have any flight in Maiduguri other than Azman. Azman has been our partner in progress. We have been patronizing them, and we are going to continue to patronize them from now till the end of their operations. I feel highly delighted that Azman is back to Maiduguri International Airport with a view to ferrying passengers to Abuja and Lagos. I also want to commend NCCA for certifying them fit to resume normal flight activities. I think it's a welcome development, and wishing them the best of luck in their undertakings.
Senior station manager of the airline Idris Shehu Bilyaminu said, Azman is strategically fashioning out modalities in high mileage and adhering to its long-time policy of ensuring safety of its passengers first.
We are back stronger, better than before. We are here to serve the people, the good people of Borno State. And if you can see, passengers, we have almost full house, and today is our resumption day. So finally, we are here every day. We will be on time departure, no delay, nothing. We are going to give services that our passengers will be happy, will be proud of us. Inshallah, we are not going to fail them again. Whatever we do is because of the passenger. This is safety audit we went through, and we are clear now. We are free. We have been cleared by the NCAA to restart our operation, and this is the first day, and we have passengers. We have to thank Almighty Allah, and we are so happy. We are proud of our esteemed customers.
Idris added that the airline is committed to providing the best of services to its passengers and swiftly repositioning in the aviation industry, as well as addressing the core issues in the contemporary aviation sphere.
All our maintenance, we are doing it in a very well organized and very professional company that handles all the maintenance outside Nigeria. And then, as our logo entails, fly safe, fly Azman. Our passenger safety is the post. Is post before any other thing in Azman Air.
The Maiduguri International Airport is now garnering momentum, with variety of airlines providing services to the citizenry.
We are doing everything possible in terms of the ticket fare. They can get as low as 25,000 naira per ticket to fly them to Abuja. This is the cheapest, so that our passengers can have our confidence, can have confidence on us. And then all the valid tickets that were not flown before, we are going to use to revalidate that ticket free of charge at no cost for any passenger that wish to travel. We are going to do everything possible to make sure our passengers have best and comfortable flight every time we are flying them.
The management of Azman Airlines says it will not only provide a secured and robust service delivery, but will remain steadfast in ensuring effective and efficient provision of air services of international standards to its passengers. In Maiduguri, Umaru Yakubu Kirawa, NTA News.
Thanks for that cheering news, Umaru Yakubu Kirawa. It's really interesting to hear that one of the leading airlines in the aviation industry in Nigeria, that's talking about the Azman Air, is back with full force. Now, the global health crisis of COVID-19 is a 23 test of mankind's resolve to collectively beat the pandemic through adherence with non-pharmaceutical safety protocols and the vaccination being rolled out. Since the first wave of COVID-19 over a year ago, the traditional institutions in Borno State remained actively involved in awareness campaigns on preventive measures. Pauline Kujivana will now tell us more on the synergy between the traditional institutions and other stakeholders involved in the fight against the disease.
Resurgence of the COVID-19 second wave, with outstanding fury in many nations, re-echoed the need for sustainable prevention measures. Upon thousands of face masks provided and distributed by government in public places to individuals and groups, in addition to awareness on safety protocols against COVID-19, people still disregard the preventive measures. With me is the director, Noah Shatima Jafar Imam, who will tell us why people are disregarding these safety protocols in Borno State despite their sensitization.
I think it's simply because the impact or the gravity of the disease is not all that glaring compared to other parts of the nation or part of the world. So that will not deter us from telling people that they should strictly follow the protocols. Last year, the government has put in place a lot of measures, including stoppage of mass gathering, especially during Ramadan, Tafsir, and all this were just stopped from doing so. So just to see that the protocols are strictly followed, because you never can tell people that will start coming into the state, maybe you know who has this disease within. So people are just expecting, we expect a lot of people to come into the state to celebrate with us. So because of this, people should be careful about it and they should strictly follow all the protocols.
Now, let me take you to the palace of the Shehu of Borno, who will tell us the preventive measures and awareness level by traditional rulers against coronavirus pandemic in their communities.
A lot of meetings with our district heads, village heads, traditional title holders, traditional rulers with regard to this COVID-19. And a lot of awareness has been done. And again, we also advise them that they should also try as much as possible to see that they have also taken the COVID-19 vaccine. It's very important and it's very useful. There's no harm in that. And we have been telling them that the government will never enforce something bad on its people. Anything brought by the government to the community, it is something which is important to the people. So they should not fear. We have been telling them. As far as we are concerned, and as far as Borno Emirate Council and other council members across the state, we have been said. And we have been telling them that all these things will, inshallah, by near future, it will be a story of the past, because so many things came and gone.
Though there is no significant rejection of COVID-19 vaccination, compliance level of other preventive measures in vehicles and other social gatherings have been truncated. This is a situation chairman of the COVID-19 task force in Borno, who is also the deputy governor, Umar Usman Kadafur, pledged to tackle through stringent steps to guard against another wave of the pandemic.
We have never relent on our campaigns for, the safety measures when it comes to the issue of COVID, especially in Borno State. The last time when we were talking about the communal, denial, there is. But we are trying as much as possible to see that we still intensify the issue of campaigns. And, we have rolled out the vaccine to the general public. Most of the people have, taken the vaccination. And I think if you look at it now, in these few days, we have not recorded the issue of, COVID. We will still continue our campaign, and inshallah, I think with that, if we sustain it, we'll have less cases.
Even though there is a visible slowdown in cases of COVID-19 in Borno State, there is need for reorientation for individuals and public on safety protocols of use of face masks, social distancing, and other hygiene practices.
Very well, Pauline, but I have to tell you this. My fingers are crossed that the second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic will not bring us down like it did before, owing to the unwavering determination of every concerned individual. And that brings us to the end of Sunday magazine for today. Tomorrow is going to be the beginning of the week after the public holiday declared by the federal government to mark this year's Eid al-Fitr celebration. Sunday magazine production theme is wishing each and every one of you the best of luck as we continue with the struggle. I am Abubakar Muhammad Musa saying good night and God bless Nigeria.